Okay, guys, we are here. I just scream into the mic. Okay! Everyone's like, whoa, Jesus Christ, unsubscribe. Guys, thanks for listening to Worst First. It's been such an amazing ride with you. We've been doing really well on the top charts. You guys gave us like 5-star reviews. So many amazing reviews. I read all of them. There's some assholes in there, but it's cool. You know, gotta stay humble. So I just want to thank you so much for all tuning in. And today we have an incredible guest who I am obsessed with. I have like a girl crush. I'm a little bit of a lesbian. Natalie Eva Marie is here. Woo!
Thank you.
Yes,
I'm
she's
so
from
excited.
WWE Divas is like how most people know you, right? But you're like this, you're so beautiful. Like people don't realize I'm sitting with her right now and she is so beautiful. And we did a movie together or a TV show. We did a TV show called Paradise City, which is hopefully going to get bought.
I know, right?
And then that's how I met you.
Yes.
But I knew who you were before that. Yeah, so I was like, oh my God, she's so hot. I used to watch you on the show, and I was like, oh my God, with your red hair, like I was like, oh my God, that girl is so
she didn't
pretty.
even let me know when I met her. I knew who she was either, but you played it real cool.
I played it so cool, but I was like, actually, like, and then you dyed your hair purple, so I was like, oh shit, she did the color swap.
I did.
But you were like iconically known for your red hair.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, so then what made you change it?
You know what?
She just burped into the mic, but it doesn't even matter. It was hot because she's so good looking. It doesn't even matter.
You know what? I went from red. First, the red was like the best business decision I ever made. I didn't know that then, but it just like set me apart from everybody because at the time in WWE, nobody had colored hair.
Right.
So it was like, not only was I a new girl, but like, who is this new girl with red hair? So it definitely helped like kind of put me out there.
Yeah.
But then what made me go from red to black is I booked my first movie. And so when I got my first movie, they were like, yeah, red, no. I actually went into the audition with, I spray painted my head black.
Wow.
And then I put a black ponytail, like, you know, like a little fake little
extension.
Track,
like the whole thing that I'm wearing right now is fake.
It looks real, which is like kind of trippy. Yeah.
Okay, good. I paid a lot of money for it. It's from China, but I paid a lot of money for it. I did. I was like, I ordered a bunch. I don't want to interrupt your story. I ordered a bunch of wigs and I tried them all on Instagram and everyone was like, those look terrible. And I had like all these amazing, like these like black girls were hitting me up. Like, girl, get your shit together. Totally schooling me. Yeah. But they helped me. They told me what to do.
It looks real.
Thank
it looks
you.
Good. Yeah.
Okay, so you booked your movie, you changed your hair color.
Exactly. So red went out the
door.
Totally. And so I came back, I went back to black. And then I ended up booking like another one back to back.
Oh my God, so you've done a lot of film.
No, I've only done 2.
What movies?
Inconceivable, which you can actually watch now on Netflix. It's with Nicolas Cage, Faye Dunaway, Nikki Whelan, and Gina Gershon.
Dude,
I know, first movie ever. I know, it was wild. That's why like I really had to take that opportunity and like just run with it because even though I was in WWE, I had no idea if I was ever gonna get a movie. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know how it is out here.
Yeah, you never know.
It's tough in these streets.
And it really is. I'm out in the streets of Calabasas. Let me tell you, it's tough. Like it's very rough there. Yeah, for sure. Trust me, I walk around with a baseball bat. No, but it's crazy because I didn't know even that you were an actress. But did you want to act before you did WWE?
Yes.
So you like, initially wanted to act.
Totally. Well, originally I wanted to be a professional soccer player. That was like the dream because I played in college. That's what like kind of like got me through school and everything. And then I tore my ligaments in my ankle. So that dream was shattered.
No.
But it got me through school and I finished with a business degree. But then I didn't use my business at all.
Yeah.
And I moved to LA and started dabbling in modeling and acting and like fell in love with it. But I'm Mexican Italian. I'm the youngest of all boys. So I
love it. But you're like, it's like so crazy. And I know I keep saying it, but you're really stunning. This whole time when you were like playing soccer and everything, was everyone like, whoa, she's like really hot. And she's good with balls.
You know what's
weird? And she's really good with balls. Yeah.
I don't think I really came into myself until I graduated college because I was very much a jock, like tomboy. And didn't really, like I've always been fascinated and loved like the glitz and the glam.
Right.
But I just never really kind of did it myself because, you know, I was an athlete.
So did you wear makeup?
Not really. I mean, a little bit for sure. Yeah. I had my moments. I mean, I definitely had like my like chola moments of just like
the overlined lips,
totally,
the brown lip liner with
liner.
Yeah, I still do that. I love it. It's the best.
I definitely overdraw my lips for sure.
Hey.
But yeah, so I didn't really like step into myself until after playing sports.
Okay.
I really kind of started to embrace, I guess.
Yeah.
All of the like makeup and
stuff
like
like that.
hair and just kind of going in that direction.
And now you're so good at it. You got like the crazy different hair colors, all the fly makeup, like looking so hot. Your Instagram, so hot. It's just Natalie Eva Marie on Instagram, right?
It is.
Guys, you have to follow her on there. She's so hot. You know the premise of the show, right? Where you tell your first worst story.
Yeah.
Did you think of one? Did you have one in mind?
I feel like I have so many.
Okay, let's get into it then. I love it. Perfect. Wherever you want to start. You're like, what one of the millions will I choose?
Seriously, I'm like, well, I do work a 12-step program, so I'm sober these days, so you can understand. Yeah. I'm sure I have a lot of stories.
Yeah.
Dude.
Oh my God. You're like, whose life do I want to ruin today?
Seriously. I'm like, who do I really want? I'm like, what direction do I want to take this? What direction do I want to take this?
Any way you want. It could be worst first date, worst first drug experience, worst first job, worst first any. People tell worst first anything, honestly. And you can tell more than one. Like if one's short, you can tell another one. The audience loves it. They're like, we want to hear it. We want to hear it.
Oh my goodness.
Well, at least I hope that's what they're like. They've already turned it off.
Fast forward, please. Oh my God, this is so difficult. I feel like I have so many. I mean, there's been multiple dates that I've been on. That I'm like, what?
Tell me one of them.
I think one of them is like so cliche where I am all about like, empowered woman and like strong, independent and stuff like that. I definitely can hold my ground.
Yeah, for sure. You'd beat a guy's ass. Like I'm looking at you right now and I'm like, Jesus Christ. Like, does your husband get scared? Like if you're ever like, honey, like, but he's kind of built too. So it'd be like Thor fighting Thor.
Jonathan is definitely jacked where I'm like, I think for me is like, I mean, there's obviously like, your embarrassing moments and stuff like that. But a date, this guy literally wanted to have me pay for everything.
What?
Mm-hmm.
How does that even come about?
Dude, I know. So I'm like, and I don't even care. Like chivalry is everything. So like on a first date.
Yeah.
You're taking me out. Like you're paying for the meal. You're doing the whole deal, right?
Did he ask you on the date?
He did.
So then he needs to pay.
Right?
It's not like you asked him out.
Exactly.
Like, hey, babe, let me take you out. Yeah.
So right there, I was like, this is like so not
what I was thinking.
This is like why I do not like dating people. Like,
where'd you meet this guy?
Bottle service days.
Oh shit! Where were you a bottle service girl?
Playhouse.
What's that? Playhouse? Oh, Playhouse on Sunset.
Yes.
Oh my God, Playhouse was the shit.
Dude,
okay, people that live in LA.
Literally, I was doing the whole typical like LA thing, like bottle service at night, auditions during the day, and then that's how WWE was just an audition. It was a diva search.
Wow, amazing. Okay, so this guy, what did he do? Come up to you in the club? What happened?
I met him in the club, yes, and then I ran into him outside of the club, like literally maybe a block or two from where I lived. I used to live off of Sunset and Vine, and like right in the heart of Hollywood. Damn. Yeah. And I saw him at a coffee bean right there, and then he was like, "Oh my God, like I would love to take you out," and he was cute, and I was like, "Okay, cool." Yeah. And then from there, I was just like, "Yeah, no." Wait, so that was like my first that's like a worst kind of date experience, which I guess isn't that bad, but I also do like to be treated like, a lady. Yeah. So in the dating realm, yeah.
So what happened? He picks you up.
He picks me up. We go out on a date.
Where do you guys go?
Where did we go? We went to some spot, some little like bougie spot in Hollywood. And then the bill came and he kind of did one of those weird uncomfortable things where I'm like, yo, this fool is really thinking like he wants me to pick this up.
Like he just left the bill there on the table?
Pretty
I've had
much.
This happen to me too.
Yes.
He just sat there and left it there and you guys were both just sitting there and the bill was there. Yeah. And it was like a standoff.
Like totally. It was so awkward and weird where I'm like,
you're like, I'm not going to touch it. Are you going to touch it? Hot potato, potato.
That's when I was like, all right, cool. I'm going to pay for this. And then you're taking me right home.
Did you pay for it? You picked it up? How long did it sit there before you picked it up?
Probably not that long, but you know how like even 30 seconds of dead silence?
It's awkward, yeah.
This feels like an eternity. So I paid for it and then I was like, cool, I'm good.
Wow.
Take me home.
So he let you put your card down. He didn't say anything like, oh no, I got it or Was the conversation even good at the dinner?
Nope.
Nothing. It
I
was
was
horrible.
like-
You like couldn't wait to get out of there.
I couldn't wait. I had a feeling too, and I was like,
Oh no. Ew, that sucks.
Sucks.
Ew. Okay, tell me
know.
another one. You said you have like 1,000.
I do. I have so many.
Tell me.
Oh my God.
Don't be scared. Get into it. People love it. They love hearing the details.
I know.
Don't be
I'm
afraid.
like, oh my gosh. I'm like, where?
Even if it's crazy, it's okay. People have told me about like tripping on mushrooms for days.
Stop.
And yeah, like all kinds of shit. Having like weird sexual experiences, you know, all kinds of stuff. Yeah,
Oh
whatever
my
you
God.
feel, whatever you feel comfortable.
Okay, this is like a embarrassing one, I guess you could say. I don't even know how it would classify though. It was like right when I met my husband though. Hence we're getting back into the whole reason why sobriety and everything, right?
Okay.
So I meet my husband and I don't let him know, obviously, that I have a drinking and drug problem, of course, because that's like crazy, right?
You're like, I'm not going to tell someone
I'm not
that.
going to tell someone that immediately.
Nice to meet you. Want to do a shot of Jaeger?
Totally.
He's like, whoa.
Totally.
Calm down. Yeah.
So we ended up going out to Vegas and for his best friend's bachelorette party, right?
Oh,
it was a
shit.
combo.
Yeah.
And so we go out there and as soon as we get to the hotel, it's like, okay, everyone's cheersing with little shots of Jack.
Mhm.
And immediately my mind goes, I got this.
Oh, shit. You're like, drink the whole bottle.
I'm like, I'm normal. I could hang. I could do this. So anyways, boom, shots start going. I take one. And I was cool the first night, right? Cool first night. And then the second night comes around, or morning, I guess, because we were going to a pool party and stuff like that. So this probably would be Jonathan's worst. Well, no, because it was at the very beginning of our relationship. So we end up going to like bottomless mimosas in the morning.
Oh my God.
So I start there and then it's like on and popping. And when we go back to the hotel room, lay down for like an hour. And then I wake up, go to the little kitchen area and there's like a bottle of Jameson. So I'm like, oh, all in.
Like drink the whole bottle?
Literally the whole
Could you handle like a lot of alcohol?
I could.
Really?
I definitely could, which was like wild. So anyways, so basically, all of a sudden, I'm totally like 3 feet to the wind, like on one, and super embarrassing because it's in front of his best friend, obviously now fiance, and these are Jonathan's best friends, right? So it's like terrible first impression of me, totally on a whole nother level, and then finally, like I sober up a lot of hours later. And then he looks at me and he's like, yeah, you totally have a problem.
He said that to you? Does he drink now?
Now he doesn't know.
But he did.
Before he would occasionally, by the time, like obviously he partied in college, you know? But then as he got older, he would only basically drink on like 4th of July or like a birthday or some type of big occasion. So the moment that he saw me, then he was like...
he was like, whoa, that's a lot.
Totally. So basically that drive home, talk about awkward and terrible, because I had no idea where the relationship was going to go. Yeah. Because he had all the eggs in that basket. Basically, it was his call. Like if you, and then eventually he gave me like the ultimatum, like if you really want this to like progress or work, then you have to go and do what you were doing before, which is like, work a program, sponsor.
Wow. So you did work a program and
before,
then...
yeah. I got sober at 23, actually.
Okay, so you were sober and then...
And then just like a lot of people, I feel like, you think like,
I can have a drink here
I got
and there.
Like, thank you for basically putting my life back together. Yeah. I got all my shit together. I'm good. I don't know if we're allowed to swear on here, but...
Yeah, you can say whatever you want.
And I thought I like graduated the program. I was like, thanks, Mo. That's my sponsor's name. Shout out, Mo. I love you.
What's up, Mo?
So after 3 years, then I thought I was good. And within like 9 months, it was like on and popping again. And then finally at 28, I got it together because Jonathan was like, and this was pre-WWE too. Right. So like, thank God.
Oh my God. I would have my stories, wasted?
My stories sitting here today if I wasn't sober and I got like WWE Total Divas and stuff like that. Yeah. Good luck.
You would have been like actually killing girls. Like, I know it's like not real, right? Like you don't really hurt each other, right?
No. Like the whole, you're never really trying to like hurt somebody. Right. But like obviously, getting a forearm, getting a boot or, taking a clothesline, never. Right. It's real.
It's sometimes
when you're taking a bump, you're like, Not that kind of bump.
Right.
It hurts.
Fuck.
You know?
Oh my
So,
gosh.
Yeah, my stories would be actually off the chain.
So you got
Imagine.
sober and
Yeah.
then you guys got married like how long later?
We ended up, he proposed within like 6 weeks.
Oh my God. Of you guys dating?
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. My husband kind of did the same thing.
Really?
That's so funny. Yeah, we got engaged like really fast. Like you kind of knew right away, didn't you?
Yeah.
It happens that way.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's so crazy.
I know. It was
And then
really
you
quick.
and then you got into WWE
Yeah,
Divas.
so like it was all literally right at the same time. Like everything kind of
just everything
It
happened.
did.
And then you got sober too while
at
that
the
was
same
happening.
time. Yeah. So I was sober right before my WWE tryout.
Wow.
Yeah. So I got sober like maybe like a month and a half before my in-ring tryout. So I'd already gone through like the callback. And then when it got down to like the in-ring physicality tryout, I was already
What was
back
that
on it.
like? Were those girls, like, I'm sure you've done 1,000 interviews about this, but like, were those girls mean? Because they seem like they could be really like catty.
I think, you know, in any like industry, girls are mean, dude.
Why are girls mean? I don't like that. I'm not a mean girl. I love girls.
I do too.
Maybe because we grew up with brothers. I don't know.
Maybe. I think that definitely helps. I just think like girls are very insecure.
Yes, a lot of them.
And so it's really difficult, especially in the entertainment world and this side, is like you think that there's only one spot or there's only when that's not the case.
Like one person can be successful.
Totally.
And that's it. Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Like all of a sudden, like that person's like taking my light or like whatever it may be.
Yeah.
And that's totally not the case in anything that we do, you know?
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be entertainment. It could be literally in a corporate world or whatever.
Yeah. Why are we like that? It's
I have
weird.
no idea.
I mean, I'm not like that, but I've experienced
For
it
sure.
in my life for sure, where I've had like situations where I almost was like, but then I check myself and I go, okay, there's enough room for everybody
100%.
to make it. Honestly, like I read a quote the other day, like, you know, just because you admire someone else's beauty doesn't mean it takes away from how beautiful you are. You know what I mean? It's okay to tell someone they're beautiful without feeling like you're not beautiful and that kind of thing. And I feel like girls are so, even on Instagram, I notice it. Like, remember we were talking about this at Heather's event?
Yeah.
We were talking about how like I love my friends and everyone that I follow on Instagram. Like I like the shit out of their stuff. I'm like, hearts, fucking fire emojis, like most supportive.
Totally.
Like you kill it. Like I'm so supportive. And then I look at my likes sometimes and I don't see like any of my friends liking my shit. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like I thought you guys were my friends.
No,
like
totally.
It's kind of catty and shitty, right?
It is. It is so
I'm like,
crazy.
dude, I'm like so supportive of everyone. And then like I look at my shit and I'm like, oh damn.
Right?
Oh damn. But I'm still not gonna stop being supportive.
Of
like
course.
I will continue being supportive because that doesn't matter. I will still continue to like and love and support because that's me.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna change and be shitty like them.
No. I agree.
But isn't that a bummer?
It is a bummer. And I don't know really how we go about changing it either. Because like I also know a lot of people that like preach this.
Yeah.
But like they're usually the ones behind the scenes causing or you know being
the asshole.
Kind of.
Yeah, exactly. Like they're like, oh no, like I love girls and I'm so supportive and I'm great. And then you see it and you're like, oh no, you're not. Like you're mean. You're not nice. Okay, guys, we're gonna take a quick break and then we are gonna come back with Natalie Eva Marie. She's amazing. She's got some crazy stories coming up. Stay tuned. Clearly, all of us need help sometimes. I mean, I need help every single day of my life. If I could be on the phone with my therapist 24 hours a day, I would be. And you know what? With BetterHelp, now I can. I am so excited, guys. BetterHelp.com, you can get matched with your own licensed professional therapist. Okay, first of all, the coolest thing about therapy is that it helps you work through your shit. I know everyone has shit to work through. I mean, you're listening to my podcast and I'm a hot mess and I know everyone else has their own problems. So if you sign up, you go to betterhelp.com/worst, WORST, and enter the promo code WORST at checkout, you get 10% off your entire month of therapy. And the coolest thing about BetterHelp is that these are licensed professional therapists. They are available to you via chat, text, whatever. You don't have to leave your house. Hey, talk about anxiety reduction. The biggest thing that kept me from going to therapy for a while was the fact that I had to get in a car and drive there. I was like, ugh, I got to drive there. Then I got to talk about my problems. I'm going to cry. I'm going to have mascara running down my face. And then I got to walk out there, get in my car and drive back home. Not anymore. With BetterHelp.com, you can communicate with your therapist from the comfort of your own home anytime that's convenient for you. They specialize in depression, stress, anxiety, relationships, grief, and self-esteem. And the coolest thing about it too is that if you don't like your therapist, like you're like, oh, I'm not really vibing with this one, you can switch them out. No problem. Like, next. It's really hard to do that in person. A therapist breakup is awkward, but over the phone, not so hard. It's easier to text breakup with someone than to see it to their face. So if you're looking to get better, you're looking to get some help, you're looking to not leave your house, head over to BetterHelp. That's BetterHelp.com/worst, WORST, and enter worst at checkout for 10% off an entire month of therapy. Everyone has an amazing family member who tells the best stories, like the one about the first neighborhood TV, or the boat trip across the Atlantic, or the hilarious college prank. Not only does Storyworth preserve these narratives so that future generations can enjoy them, but it also brings families together every week as they get to know each other. Storyworth was founded by a guy who wanted his dad to record his amazing stories. The family enjoyed the process so much that they launched in April of 2013 so that families around the world can share this as a gift as well. So what is Storyworth? Storyworth makes it easy and fun for your loved ones to share their stories with weekly emailed story prompts, questions you'd never thought to ask. At the end of the year, they'll get their stories bound in a beautiful hardcover book. Strengthen your family bonds and get to know your loved ones in a whole new way by going to Storyworth.com/worst, WORST, and get $20 off your own beautiful keepsake book about someone in your family that you've wanted to hear stories from. And I know you guys listening to this podcast happen to love stories, and I personally love stories, and I got so into telling stories and worst first, not only because of the experiences that I've had, but also because my dad is a great storyteller, and he's told me stories throughout the years. So I actually did this with him, and it's beautiful and it's amazing. And they email him these questions, and it's easy, and he has to answer these questions. And at the end of the year, they're put into this gorgeous book, and they're sent along, and I will have it forever, and I can pass it on to my family generation. So if you're looking to have something beautiful like this to share with your family for years to come, head over to Storyworth.com/worst, WORST, and get $20 off the keepsake of a lifetime. Okay, so this company, Away, makes the most amazing luggage, and I know you've seen it on Instagram. If you go to awaytravel.com and just look at the suitcases, you will definitely recognize them. All the biggest fashion bloggers and all the coolest people on Instagram are using them, and let me tell you why. Because they are first-class luggage at a Coach price. No one's out here trying to spend $3,000 on a suitcase, okay? We are just trying to have our shit protected, no things getting squished. These things are made of German polycarbonate, okay? And we know how hardcore Germans can be. This stuff is hardcore. Nothing is breaking this suitcase. The wheels, smoothest ride you've ever had. They have 360-degree spinning wheels. You don't have to worry about while you're selfieing, walking through the airport, your wheels get stuck, you fall over, you eat shit on Snapchat in front of all your friends. Oh my God, the post was live. Everyone saw it. How embarrassing. So yeah, you don't have to worry about that. There's a TSA-approved combination lock. And the best part, my favorite part, is that there's a charger. I don't have to worry about my phone ever dying. My husband loves that. He's like, you're on your phone again. Great, we're not talking. Love that. So yeah, there's a charger. You never run out of battery. And these suitcases are so stylish. That's why I told you all these bloggers and all these Instagrammers. I have one. I love it. I'm telling you right now, mine's gorgeous. I have a marble one. It looks like it's like a Greek god made it. And you just go to awaytravel.com/worst, WORST, and enter the promo code WORST, WORST, at checkout, and you get $20 off your luggage. You're welcome, guys. I'm doing this for you because I love you and care about you. You're my devoted audience. These are the things I do, the sacrifices I make. I said, you know what, guys? I want something for my audience. I love them, and they deserve to not have their shit squished when they travel. So let's see what we can do. So you go to awaytravel.com/worst, WORST. Enter worst at checkout, WORST, and get $20 off the luggage of your choosing. Okay, Merry Christmas. It's not even close to Christmas, but you know what? Happy holidays. This one's for you guys. And if you're in New York and you want to test these things out, walk. I know you guys like walking. You guys are into exercise. Walk on down to their NYC location and test them out. You know, put your kid in it, see how you like it, put a body in it, whatever you guys are going to do with the suitcase, and check it out. But if you can't do that, just head to awaytravel.com/worst and enter the promo code worst at checkout and get $20 off the suitcase of y'all dreams. Okay, guys, we are back with Natalie Eva Marie. She is so multi-talented. I mean, wrestler, actress, model. Like, dude,
I love
what
it.
don't
Thank
you do?
you.
Do you cook? You're like, I beat the shit out
I'm
of
like, actually, that is one thing that
the one
Jonathan
thing you
does.
don't. Oh,
Jonathan
okay,
cooks.
okay. So your husband's the cook.
He is
Oh,
the cook.
well, that's good.
That's my
Well,
love
whatever.
language,
Yeah.
food.
You know, Tommy cooks too. It's nice when men cook.
Yes.
But we were talking about like Instagram and all that drama and how people suck sometimes, and girls can be catty, and it's a bummer. Do you have any bad stories from doing the WWE stuff? You don't have to name names, obviously, because I know it's like drama, but
For sure. I mean, I'm sure people got to see it on Total Divas because it definitely was like
it's
a
all like
storyline.
broadcast. They're like, we made sure to air all the drama. Yeah,
for sure. And I think too, in anything like being the new person or being like the new girl, you're always gonna have to, in a sense, prove yourself or kind of jump through more hoops than most. So there definitely was a little bit of that, but we got through it. And
was there cattiness, like girls?
Sure.
Oh yeah,
because especially when, and I think too, it depends on like where you're coming from too, right? So like obviously like WWE, but then if you're brand new and you all of a sudden you excel and you get to a position where it took a lot more people, a lot more years and time.
There, yeah.
There's an immediate like she doesn't deserve it or X,
you
Y,
skipped
and
the line.
Totally.
Yeah.
And I totally understand that because I'm sure that I would feel some type of way too.
Right.
However, you can't really fault somebody for one, taking an opportunity, and number two, then you judge them on like how they are when they take that opportunity.
Right.
Are they taking it seriously? Are they working hard? Are they, taking that opportunity to its fullest?
Right.
And then if they're a dickhead and completely like arrogant and an asshole, then that's another story.
Right.
Then you're judging them based on like their character and stuff like that.
Totally.
But just to go ahead and be upset and salty over somebody being able to take an opportunity and ride with it, you would take the same opportunity. And if you didn't take an opportunity, shame on you.
Shame on you.
Who's really gonna be like, hey, Brittany, I have this massive Marvel movie for you.
Done. In. Count me in. Fucking weird girl with the wig. In.
Right?
It's called pink-haired psycho. Shouldn't be wearing wigs in public. It's a perfect role for you. Yeah. No,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or would you say like, well, I haven't really been
acting
enough,
that long, so I don't think I should do it.
I
should go to someone who's been doing it longer
since they were 4.
Yeah, right.
No, you're gonna
Fuck yeah, get out of my way. I'll do it. Yeah.
Totally. Boom. Bye.
Totally. Please, I'll take the role.
Yeah,
oh my God,
exactly.
that's so fun. So some girls were mad because they've been like doing it for so long. And they're like, oh,
For
here
sure.
comes this girl in here. She's pretty and she's, beating up bitches. Like, what the hell? All mad and pissed off. Yeah. That sucks.
Probably a little, a little salty, but like once they got to know
you because you're so chill.
Totally.
And
like,
nice and welcoming.
It definitely, I put in the work and took it seriously too.
Yeah.
It wasn't like I was just in there like, I don't care.
You're like, where's my hair?
What is
Does my hair look good?
Yeah, exactly. Then we were able to like move forward,
Yeah.
But the initial reaction.
Okay.
So
I totally feel you. I get it. Yeah, girls are it's really hard sometimes. I've always had a really hard time with girls, especially growing up with just my dad and my brother as well. It's like, don't you feel like, I feel like sometimes you can't relate, Sometimes when I was younger in high school, I was like, I don't get it. Like some of the girls were so catty and would talk shit on each other. And I was like, what? Why are we talking shit on this person? Like, that's weird. Like, I just didn't understand it. It's weird.
It's so weird.
Yeah.
Because I feel like guys, they are not like that.
No, they're not. They're like, they don't talk about that shit.
They don't, because they don't care.
They don't care.
They don't get, and like if they do, they're gonna address it like to that person immediately. It's such a different
mentality.
Yeah,
guys don't cut each other down. I noticed.
They
I mean,
really
unless
don't.
they're like, unless they're like competing over a girl,
Sure.
you know,
Sure,
that
sure,
kind of thing.
sure,
Like,
sure,
oh,
sure.
you're gonna go out with that guy. He
Totally.
sucks. Like, you know, oh, good one, Blake. He sucks.
Yeah,
Good one. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, but they really don't. And I noticed that too. Like my husband, like never talks shit on anyone. Like he's never, even if someone did something fucked up to him, he'll never sit there with me and be like, you know, fucking Timothy,
I know.
he's annoying and blah, 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 blah. Like, it's weird, but girls, like, if someone does something to us, we're like, okay, first of all, Christina sent me a weird text, and I don't know the connotation behind this text, blah, 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 blah. And, like, we always have to talk about everything.
And then, like, go super
and make a big deal about it.
And, like, go overanalyze and just, like, take it to a whole nother level.
I think that's what our thing is. We overanalyze.
Probably.
As women, I think that's our problem.
Yeah.
I think we just think too much, like, and especially with guys in relationships, we take everything so personally, like, oh, we just had sex and he's being quiet. Like, what does that mean?
Right.
Does that mean that he's not into me?
Totally.
Like, oh my God, like, freaking out, like thinking about everything. And then really in his head, he's like, J.G. Wentworth, it's someone catching out.
Totally.
Like, there's like a meme like that. Yeah. Literally, their brains don't work like that.
They don't.
And I do it to my husband all the time. I'm so insecure that I'm like, you know, sometimes we'll be, you know, laying in bed and like if he's not like cuddling me, like he always cuddles me.
Yeah,
but like, you know, on the off chance of night, he's just laying there next to me and he doesn't put his arm around me.
Totally.
I'm like, do you not love me anymore? Because we jump to extremes. We don't think like, oh, maybe he's just tired and like chilling because that's what's happening.
100%.
Do you do that too?
All the time.
Yeah, like we get like very.
And it's so funny because it's like I go. Bless my husband's heart because I am very up and down. Like in the sense like one minute I'm very, very like kind of jockish, right? Where I'm like a dude. Then the next minute I'm like
really feminine.
Why are you talking to me?
Yeah.
Are you okay? What's going on? Yeah. What's wrong? Like, you know what I mean? Like where he's where he's like, what dude? Like, what are you talking about? Like I'm like, good. Like I'm just like, and then plus me and Jonathan work together.
Oh
so
my
it's
God,
even more like pressure in the sense of just like, you know, your emotions are constantly going up and down and I'm just like, oh God.
And you spend every minute together.
Totally.
Same with Tommy and I too. Yeah. We spend like, we literally spend like every minute together, you know, because I don't really have like a 9 to 5, obviously. This podcast has been like my saving grace because I felt like I had no purpose for a while. I was like, what am I doing with my life? Yeah. That's so crazy. So you guys are constantly together too. And that's just what it is.
No, it is. It's like really crazy. I mean, we started the NEM fashion business.
Yeah,
which is
you
like
have your fashion line.
Yeah, which is like all custom sunglasses, which I need to send to you. The fact
God,
that I did not bring them today
sunglasses.
is crazy. And then he's the co-host of my podcast.
Yes.
Which you're coming on.
Which I want to come on. Okay, tell everyone about your podcast so they can go check it out.
Yeah, it's the Natalie Eva Marie Show. It's on wherever you guys get your podcast, you know, iTunes, Spotify, wherever.
And what's the main thing on there?
Honestly, it's literally the guests that I have are anybody that is interesting, pretty much.
Oh, cool. Anybody.
Exactly.
Cool.
Like
anybody
in the sense of, you know, we have from doctors to actresses to athletes.
Wow. You're like to janitors who have crazy stories. Like
I'm like to anybody that's definitely excelled in their profession.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like it's really interesting to have multiple conversations with so many people from different
different backgrounds. Yeah, everyone has a different story. Yeah, honestly, and
like how they
walks of life.
Right, and everybody has trials and tribulations of how they got there. You know.
Yeah.
And like sometimes I have to remember that too because a lot of times I'm super impatient, so I want everything and I want everything like right now.
Yeah.
But it doesn't work that way. You know, like you normally see people and if they're killing it or excelling or something like that, it usually took.
There was like 10 years of hard work behind that. I know.
And that you don't see.
Right,
know?
exactly.
You only see like the ice.
Yeah, the making it. Yeah. And everyone's like, oh my God, like what the hell?
That came out of
nowhere. This person's making it? What the? They don't deserve it. Everyone's always mad and jealous. And like, especially in Hollywood actors. Oh my God. Could you be more competitive? Do you have any crazy audition stories or like creepy audition stories? Because you're pretty and
Dude, no, I feel like auditions is honestly the worst. Like I hate auditioning.
Tell me a story. Do you have any from like guys being weird with you or anything like that?
You know what? Actually, nothing super crazy or creepy in that sense. I just like hate the audition process.
Right.
I mean, I feel like it's the worst.
Awful.
Not only do you like walk in, then you look around and sometimes it's completely like people that are similar to how you look like too, or like
it's like the same girl as you, except she has like blue hair. You're like, whoa, we're the same person. She's like, my name's Natalie too. You're like, oh my God, what the fuck? She's like, my name's Natalie Eva Marie.
Totally.
You're like,
seriously. And then immediately, like, the insecurity clicks in.
everyone's
And then you're like, oh my God, I'm not skinny enough. Oh my God, I'm not this. Oh my God, I don't have
oh my
blue
God,
eyes.
my boobs aren't big
oh my
enough.
God, totally. Oh my God, I should have never got a boob job. I need to be like, have no boobs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's just like,
It
then
sucks.
all of that goes through your head and you're just like, oh my God. And what's really crazy, I think, is that when you walk into an audition, I'm super cool because I'm like, at the end of the day, whoever is like the best is going to get this, right?
Right.
But like every single time that I'm walking into an audition, and it's with other women, they look at me and they're like the meanest thing. I'm like, yo, if you say hello to somebody, it's not going to hurt your like.
Girls are mean to you, huh? Because you're so pretty. I know.
I love you so. You're so sweet. She's making me feel like I'm just like this God's gift.
She's very, very pretty. Like no Facetune, no Photoshop. This is video right here. Like this is real life. She is very pretty. She's not one of those girls that you see on Instagram and then you see them in person and you're like, what the fuck? Like there's so many of those girls. That's so crazy. I mean, and I'm not.
It's a weird era, man.
It's crazy, but like some of it's so obvious. Like it's kind of like, I mean, it's weird, like, because it's like, oh, they're gonna see video of you at some point. Like, do you not realize that by like taking your waist in, so it's like 3 inches, and like raising your eyebrows, and like, I mean, I won't lie. Of course, I've Facetuned my photos here and there, like smooth the skin, whatever, like everything. But I would never do anything crazy.
It's just like a normal, like if you have a professional photo, y'all, that ain't real. Like a professional photo, it just like is not. So same with like your iPhone photos and stuff like that. Like people are gonna like smooth the skin, take up the brightness, like do all of these things to make the photo a lot more attractive looking, right? Right. But then it's like another one where I always think like, don't people think like, okay, I'm gonna meet some of these people that follow me in person, right? So like if people are meeting them, they're gonna be like, wait a minute, what's happening here? Like super disappointed. Right? So I'm like,
there's this account on Instagram called Celeb Face. Have you heard of it?
No.
It's called Celeb Face, and it exposes everyone. It is gnarly. Like, I don't know how they do it, but they expose literally everyone. They get their like unedited photos. They must be friends with like photographers on shoots and stuff. Yes. And from like professional magazines, like if someone's in like Vanity Fair, they post it's gnarly. It's called Celeb Face. They post the raw, and then they post what is posted, and they show a video of what's done. It's like the waist going in, the eyes getting widened, the skin getting lightened, the hair getting smooth, the skin getting smooth. Like crazy account. It's called Celeb Face. I'll show you. And it's private, but you have to follow it. But it has like 400,000 followers or something, or even more.
That is so wild.
I know. And my friend told me about it, and I started following it, and I was like, oh my God, this is insane. They just expose everyone. It's so gnarly,
dude. That is so gnarly, because if you think about it, if it's like a huge shoot like that, right? You have a massive team.
Yeah,
like,
there's so many people there. There's someone leaking photos.
Makeup,
yeah.
You have like a stylist. You have the lighting, like everything. When you have bomb lighting and when your makeup and stuff like that is like professionally done, you are gonna look better than your like. When I wake up, I definitely don't.
Oh my God, you're probably I can tell by looking at you right now that you're still pretty without makeup on. So stop. I love you. Do you have any stories from like jobs or anything like that? Any crazy like from working or anything like that? I want to hear another worst. I feel like you're holding back. I want to hear I want to hear something. So, don't be embarrassed or whatever. Don't be scared. Tell me like your gnarliest like.
Oh God. I'm like, on what level?
You're like, I have no bad stories. My life is great.
No, dude. I'm like.
No, tell me something. Tell me one.
Okay.
That's really.
Let's see. Let's see. Hold up. Give me one of yours first.
Okay. So we were talking about auditions, right?
Okay.
So I haven't told this story before because I was like, have you ever had a bad audition experience?
Yeah.
You said no. You've never had guys be creepy with you or anything like that?
I don't think so.
Really?
Like creepy in what way? Like whoever is reading to you or who you're auditioning for?
No, I've literally had meetings, general meetings and auditions where I go meet with a director and they ask for my personal phone number, which is number one, so unprofessional. Like, hey, you're really cool. Like, let's go get lunch. And I'm like, okay. And so then I go get lunch with the person.
Stop.
And then all of a sudden the conversation goes from being about the job to being about like my life and am I dating anybody and all kinds of stuff. Like I've had so many auditions and meetings. That's why I like really don't take general meetings anymore because I've been put in so many weird situations where guys have gone like, you're so funny and you're so cute. Do you have a boyfriend? Like it just gone from being like about the job to not, and then like I don't get the job, obviously, which is weird, I've never done anything for a role. I would never do anything for a role. But it's like kind of crazy because that is such a real thing in Hollywood.
Totally.
But no, I had a really bad audition experience and I've never told this before. So I'll tell it to you right now. So this is when I was like first moved to LA. I was like, I was like 17 when I moved here. How old were you when you moved here? Were you young?
Well, I guess considered when I moved to Southern California. Yeah. So I finished school and I was like 19, 20. And then moved to LA when I was probably 21.
Okay, yeah. So, like when we first got here, it was like, looking for jobs off Craigslist, Actors Access, like all the breakdowns, whatever, right? Totally just trying to find our way. I didn't have an agent or anything yet. So I was like, trying to find what I could get, jobs that I could get, right? I worked as a fit model in downtown LA where like I worked for this Asian clothing company where they would literally like just try clothes on me all day. I would just stand there and just be their little mannequin and they would talk shit on me in a different language and I would know they were talking shit. Like if I started to gain a little weight, they'd be like talking shit on me. I'm not going to do an Asian impression because that's racist, obviously, but like they would literally, I know they were talking shit on me because they would like point at my butt or my thighs. And like, and they would fire girls constantly. Wow. It was crazy. Okay, so that's another story. But so I go on Craigslist, which is obviously the worst place to even look for an audition. Although I did get some legitimate things off Craigslist. Back in the day, Craigslist used to be semi-legit. And so there's this audition, and it's for a new comedy series, they say, and they're looking for a girl to be in a bikini. And the premise of the show is this girl who is living with an alien on Mars, and the audition is in your bikini, and it's having a scene with the alien, right?
Okay.
So I was like, weird, whatever, but I've heard weirder. Totally. So totally, like, we'll see what it is, right? So I go in, I get like a silver bikini, I get all into it. I'm like, I'm going to nail this. I'm so excited. I had like my banging bikini body ready to go. I get in there. There's a bunch of girls I know. So I'm like, oh, totally legitimate, right? A bunch of girls I know are sitting around and I'm like, oh, okay, so I've seen her and stuff, whatever. Like this must be like a real thing, right? So we're all waiting in our, bikinis with our dresses on, take our dress off. So we're sitting around and girls are just coming in and out, and then it's my turn to go in. And I go into this room and it's literally a chair with a fake stuffed alien sitting in the chair. Okay, like a really like lame, those like memes with the alien just like laying in the chair. I don't know if you've ever seen it. So it's like this fake stuffed alien sitting in a chair, and they go, okay, so take your dress off on camera and be in your bikini. And I was like, okay. So and they're like, and then you're gonna do, and then for this scene, we want you to be trying to revive the alien, and that's your first part of the scene. And so I'm like, okay, revive him, like what, like mouth to mouth? And they're like, yeah, just like he's passed out and you're trying to wake him up and, do that. And so I'm like, okay. So I take my dress off and I'm in my bikini, and they're like, okay, now try to wake up the alien. And I'm like, hey, like, what's up? Like, did you drink too much? Like, blah, 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 trying to improv, be funny, whatever. And they're like, okay, now pretend, like they just kept having me do all this weird shit. They were like, now pretend that like, he called you this, and like slap him and throw him across the room. And it was like so weird. It just was like the weirdest audition, and they were like laughing, and I was like, okay, this is like doesn't make any sense. There was no script, right? Okay. Which is a red flag. So then I finish the audition, I leave. I'm like, okay, hopefully I get it, whatever, right? Yeah. A couple weeks later, my friend messages me and goes, dude, there's like this clip of you on YouTube.
No.
It's like with you and a bunch of other girls in your bikinis, and it's like a funny viral clip of girls in their bikinis, like messing with this alien, and everyone acting like a total idiot because we had no real direction. They were like, they were like shake the alien, play with the alien,
totally
pretend the alien just smacked your ass. I'm like, this is really fucking weird. I don't know. At the time, I was like, okay, like anything, I'm like, this is gonna win me an Academy Award. I thought like this was like a normal thing. Right. I'm like, this is gonna be on Comedy Central for sure. Like you think it's gonna be one thing, right? And so I go on YouTube, and it's a compilation of every single girl, including myself. And some of these girls are like actresses, like really like, And I'm watching it and I'm like, oh my God, this is so embarrassing. Like, it's so embarrassing. And so
wow. How old were you?
I was like 17, 18, 17. So then I messaged one of the other girls, because I knew her through a friend. I texted her. I was like, have you seen this? And she's like, dude, I've already had my lawyer like message these people. Like, these guys are scumbags. They basically like go around and have girls, they put up casting calls and then they film girls in their bikinis and post it on YouTube and no one gets paid. You didn't sign anything to say it was okay. So like they're totally just being illegal. You know what I mean? Like it's just totally illegal. So after like a few months, it gets taken down because enough girls have, obviously I didn't have a lawyer because I was so broke living in LA, but a bunch of other girls did. And they sent cease and desist to the guys and they had to take it down. But at that point, it had already accrued millions of views. So they got what they wanted, and it was like such a bummer. But that was like a worst audition experience for sure.
Yeah, no, that's actually terrible.
Horrible, right?
And like what's so crazy about it is I feel like that's so like there's been multiple auditions that I've had to go in and you audition in a bathing suit.
Yeah, it sucks.
You do. It sucks. I feel like that sucks. Like looking back, I'm like,
It's just so weird in front of the camera. They're like, take it off. You're like,
no. Well, I could tell you about my WWE audition because it was literally like that. Like it was a cattle call first of all.
Wow.
And they don't do them anymore. Diva searches, and because now everybody's called a superstar.
Right.
But which, by the way, I don't feel like there is anything wrong with being called a diva either. I feel like diva is okay as well.
Yeah,
it's just.
But you're totally not a by standards of a diva like Mariah Carey, where she like has to like walk on, drink, take baths in Evian and like all kinds of stuff. Like you're totally chill. You're not really a diva, but like I get it. Yeah,
but like so
superstar, right?
Right. So but one of the processes was you walked into a room and you're in a bikini and then you're on a mic and it's tons of lights and you're answering like a bunch of questions, where you're where they are able to see, okay, well, what are you working with,
Yeah.
It's just like
the brightest lights ever, just the worst lights that show everything.
Everything.
Oh, I hate that. And they film you and you're like, what happens with this tape?
Totally.
Where does this tape go? Like, does this guy take it home? The guy behind the camera who's creepy looking?
I know, right? I'm like, where is that tape?
Yeah. Yeah, I know. Did you have to wrestle in a bikini in your audition?
No.
Thank God.
But like we basically wrestle on live television. It's not a bikini, but
it's definitely. Did you ever have a slip?
You know what? That was like part of my character. Was one like night there was like my top came off, but like it didn't really.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was like
It
make believe
was planned.
Character
Yeah.
planned. Like everything was like all taped in.
Yeah.
But like it was like the string in the back
came undone.
It was like.
But nobody's,
but everybody was like,
oh my God,
oh my God.
Yeah,
like everybody believed it, which obviously is what we wanted.
Yeah.
But never, I know there has been girls that have had some like.
Their boobs actually came out.
Mm-hmm.
They were like, oh shit, that wasn't planned, but good for the ratings.
Seriously. Not anymore though, because now WWE's PG. So sponsors would be so upset. During the Attitude Era, I'm sure that was like fine.
So you can't curse or anything. It's totally PG.
No, you can't.
You're like, you're a knucklehead.
Yeah.
I'm gonna screw you up.
Yeah. There's none of that.
Jerk. Just like the most lame insults ever. Yeah.
Right.
You nutter butter. You fuddy duddy.
Seriously.
That's so crazy. Did you ever get really hurt wrestling? Like really hurt? Where you were like, fuck, I'm actually so
totally.
hurt.
I thought I broke my jaw.
Oh.
Yeah, I took a slap in the face. Oh, thanks. I took a slap in the face without knowing that it was, because a lot of the stuff that we do is like
planned.
Right, so
rehearsed.
like you can call a match on the fly, but when you're super green like myself, like usually you have certain moves that you kind of already know that are gonna happen.
Yeah.
So during one match, and you also, when you're really good, you call, not only can you call it on the fly, but you listen to the crowd as well, because there's always like a good guy and a bad guy, a heel and a baby face. I was a bad guy. And you're able to kind of like go off of the crowd as well.
Right.
But anyways, so during one match, like I had no idea that a slap was coming my way at all. So normally if you get slapped in the face, you clench your teeth, right? You clench your jaw.
Oh wait, so you actually get hit?
Yeah.
So you get slapped?
Yes, like a slap. Yes. Because you can't really. How do you fake a slap?
That's
you
true.
know,
you can't.
You can't really like. You can't. You can't do a
Fake, yeah. The ones we do on
like,
camera on Vine, which we did all the time. Yeah. So it's like live by those. Yeah. So you would actually get hit
for sure, especially like a slap, definitely.
Oh my gosh.
So I didn't know it was coming, and then all of a sudden I literally got like my bell was rung. Where I was
they hit you so hard that you were hearing.
Where I was like, I mean, obviously I finished the match. And I was super new, so I was gonna say a goddamn word. I was gonna take it like a champ and be like, cool. And then I got back into the locker room, shower, change, And as I'm like getting to the next city, I'm like, damn. I called Jonathan. I was like, yo, I think I broke my jaw because I could not. If anyone's ever been like slapped or hit or like taken something to the jaw, you know what I'm talking about. You couldn't like really like bite down. Like
it was like unmatched.
It was totally like so like chewing food or like trying to bite into an apple. Good luck, not happening. But I obviously I didn't break it or anything. But that was definitely like a.
How did you fix that? How does that even?
You know what? Fixed? It just ended up calming down.
It goes back into place.
It kind of does. Like it just. Okay. I mean, obviously, like my jaw now, like I could move it, kind of like click it out. But
do you think it's because of that?
I'm sure. For sure. And like, I mean, obviously other things, like I grind my teeth at night. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like anxiety. Totally. Yeah. So like certain things like that obviously aren't good for you, for your jaw.
Right.
But yeah, that was definitely a moment. And like I've hurt my shoulders. I need surgery on both shoulders because of my rotator cuff. But like those have gotten so much better because I haven't wrestled for a year and a half now. So like if you don't use it then it's like right.
So wait, how did you hurt your shoulders wrestling? Just from like lifting people?
You know what's crazy is like overuse, and then sometimes you'll just take something bad. So like if I'm throwing a clothesline and
so the girls hits your arm.
Right, if they don't take their bump like on time, then they run into your arm, and if you're not ready for it, like so it's my fault if I'm not like having it sturdy, then their body takes it this way when I'm going that way, and so pull.
Oh my gosh, and you've had to do that a lot, huh?
For sure.
How did you not get bruises?
Oh my god, no! All the girls are all banged up. Like that's why like the girls and the guys obviously, right. But they're stone cold athletes, studs.
Wow.
Like they're out there and they're they perform every single night.
Are they still performing, these girls?
Yeah,
a lot of them. Yeah,
it's WWE now has progressed so much because like the girls are main eventing.
Wow.
Yeah,
but you're like not into it. You're like no.
Well, I made the choice as soon as I got my first movie to transition into the entertainment side. Yeah, exactly. Just because longevity wise, like I can't really be like 40 in wrestling.
You're like, I'm gonna beat your ass. You're like, she's 60. Oh my god. You have your walker in the ring. You're like, let me hit her with this.
Totally,
oh my god.
Totally. So that's why I was like, no, I'm taking this opportunity. I'm gonna roll with it because ultimately, I don't know if this is gonna come again.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I think it's good too for your body.
My like, not only that, but like my relationship with WWE and stuff is still really good. So like, if it makes sense to go back and do like a pay-per-view or a WrestleMania or something like that, then of course.
Would you ever do MMA?
Fuck no.
You're like, no. I'm into fake hitting, not real hitting. Those girls are gnarly.
Gnarly. I love UFC. I love watching. I love just the way that they train and everything, but they're taking like for realsies. Like
they're getting their asses
kicked,
beat.
How
do they not die? Not is what I want to know.
Totally.
Like I would get like kicked in the shin and I would be dead. Like it'd be like, oh, R.I.P. Like send her away.
Totally. They're literally trying to knock the other person out. Like to be unconscious, that is not good for you.
So scary. Like
so scary.
How much brain damage is happening?
A lot.
Like there's no way these people are gonna have long lives.
Well, not only that, but same in WWE. That's what's so scary too, is because you're gonna get concussed no matter what. At least one time.
Did
when
you
you're
get concussed?
For sure. So like, if you're doing that multiple like times, that's not good. Like for your health later on. So it's wild.
Okay, I'm glad you're not active in it anymore. Totally. You got to take care of your health.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Health is wealth, man.
Health is wealth. I like that. It's probably been used before.
No, yeah.
I act like I've never heard.
I just made it up just right now. Just made it up. I'll take
Guys,
it.
Copywritten. Natalie Eva Marie. Health is wealth.
No, but it's so true. It's so true.
That's so crazy.
Dude, I have one. I totally have one now.
You did? You remembered
one?
Hold
up. I remember one.
I'm so excited.
This is a good one. I actually don't even want to say it because I hope it's not out there anymore because it actually happened. I can't remember if it was a live TV or if it was a live event.
Uh-oh. You can say it. Who cares?
Dude, okay. So brand new wrestling, right?
Brand
new.
spanking new, untouched, no concussions.
Totally not like, because you have to think, like, I got kind of thrown into the wildfire, like, on a quickness. Like, usually these guys, they're training for years on the independent circuit.
Right.
And then now WWE has their own developmental where you train there and you have, like, all these matches. It's actually progressed a ton. It's called NXT. You can watch it online as well now.
Wow.
They travel too. But it's always... I always refer to it like AAA, right? So like in baseball, you make you go, you play in AAA, and then you hope to be called up to the main roster.
Yeah, I don't know what that means because I don't know anything about sports.
My God.
Yeah, totally.
Okay, so basically, the main roster would be like Monday Night Raw and SmackDown, right?
Right.
Okay, anyway, so I get thrown out into the wildfire. I have a match. So embarrassing.
My gosh.
So we're obviously wrestling in like bikinis, like really short. Well, pretty much.
It's
like
yeah.
Like
short
pretty much
skirts and tops. Yeah.
Very, 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 very like
Tiny.
little. Google it. Y'all see what I used to wear.
Right.
So and then we wear little like fishnets tights underneath too, right? But so I was on my period, right, for the match.
Fuck.
Obviously, this is like such a nasty story. Like,
whatever, it's all good. Everyone gets their periods. That's a girl, unless you're like 70 or don't have a uterus anymore.
Jonathan's gonna be like, I can't believe you told this story,
whatever.
But like, whatever.
It makes you real. Don't worry about it.
Totally. And I feel like that's why also too. I try to be super. Say it how it is.
Yeah, whatever.
You know?
Who cares? No
one
cares.
Wearing my tampon, cool, no problem. Right. Everything's in, everything's suited. I'm taped up, taped in, cool.
Yeah.
I have to use the restroom so bad before I go on the mat, out to match. I have to pee, like nervous pee. So I go pee really quick. But what I don't do is
change your tampon.
Well, no. But I don't make sure that my like one, I didn't like cut the string to make it like that much shorter.
Yeah.
Or anything, or like basically shove it up in there. Making sure,
you have to, because the strings are long. Because you know some girls got like a long crevice, so they got to make them long because you never know.
You never know, and like
get it out.
Totally.
Right.
So I don't make sure any of that is like super good. I just like go pee and like throw it up and go. So I'm in the match, right? And then like if you pin somebody, you're basically your ass is up in the air.
Right.
So what happened when I come back from the match and I'm in Gorilla, that's what we call it. I was mortified.
Oh my God.
Absolutely mortified because when
you were pinning that girl.
Yep. Literally you could see like
tampon string.
I was literally
like you could totally see it hanging out of your shorts or your pants. Yeah.
Yeah, like literally where it's like,
and the camera's got it and everything. Ugh.
Where I'm like, thanks, camera guy. Like,
yeah, he's all up in there. He's just filming the string. He's not even filming you pinning the girl. Oh
I'm
my
like,
gosh.
that was mortifying because
I feel
then I went obviously like on Twitter and it was like, oh my God, Eva Marie's tampon string.
No,
I'm like,
please. It's all 7-year-olds tweeting. They're like, oh, I saw a tampon string. Oh, you're lucky you didn't bleed everywhere. I was thinking you were going to tell me that you got blood everywhere or something.
I almost feel like that would have been like almost not like better, but like.
I feel like a tampon string is not a big deal. Like, honestly, if they're like, I've seen girls get up in school who bled through their jeans, their white jeans. Like,
that's pretty bad.
Totally blood. Like, and I was like, oh, damn. Like, if I saw a tampon string, I'd just be like, yo, dude, like, whatever. Like, no one cares. It's no blood or anything.
Yeah.
You know, like, whatever. You have a tampon.
That's true. That's a good, funny. That's a really good point.
Yeah.
To look, like, a good way to look at it. But I remember at that time.
You were horrified.
Horrified, especially because I was like super brand new too.
Yeah.
So it's like, look at this dumb girl. Yeah. You know, like,
how did you respond
paying attention?
To it?
I don't think I did. I think
I
pretended like
didn't
say
anything.
Didn't say anything.
Or I would have got on there and be like, oh, sorry, I'm a human. Like, I get my period, guys.
Totally.
Sorry. At least I plugged it up and didn't bleed all over the mat.
Seriously.
I give you so much credit for wrestling on your period because I have like endometriosis and all kinds of weird shit. So when I get my period, I'm like literally I have to be like hidden away and like I have to put like a heating pad on and like it's horrible. It's the worst thing ever.
Is that so? I thought that I had that for a little while.
Yeah.
But do you have to go through that literally every month?
Yes. It's very bad. And I tried this new drug called Orlissa. You see the commercials for it? It's like this new endo drug, and I tried it, and the side effects are like worse than like you having period cramps. Like it gives you the first of all, I never get headaches. It gives you the gnarliest migraine you could ever have in your entire life. Like it felt like someone was sticking a knife through my head. And they were like, well, you can either have cramps or you can have this really debilitating migraine. Like
where you can't function.
You can't function. Like, so both suck. Like, it's like I would rather, like, I couldn't even choose which I'd rather have, cramps or the migraine, but it was just not worth it because it was like, okay, so I don't have cramps, but my fucking head feels like someone just stuck a fucking jackhammer through it. Yeah. So, yeah, it sucks. It sucks.
Yeah,
like, whatever. It's all good. I mean, I'm used to it at this point. But yeah, I look like when I get my period, I look like I'm like 4 months pregnant.
Dude, no, I'm kid you not.
Baby. Total baby.
That happened to me. I think I was like 6 months into WWE. All of a sudden, I like woke up and I literally looked like I was pregnant.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, what is going on? Like my stomach literally was so distended. It was wild. I went to the emergency room because I was like, what is going on? Like, what the?
And what did they say? They said it's endometriosis or
ovarian
tissue?
They said I had a ovarian
Yeah, I get those all the time too. I have like probably 3 right now. Like it sucks. They suck.
And then they're like, we either might have to go in for surgery or you can just like hope that it basically
dissolves
ruptures.
Or ruptures, yeah.
And then
which sucks
which
too.
sucks.
Yeah.
Mine ruptured.
Oh, so painful, right?
So painful.
Did you think you were dying?
Dead. I literally, they wouldn't allow me to fly because that's how gnarly it is. I had no idea. So like, I actually was on a shoot and a girl it was a makeup artist and she was literally hurtled over and crying because she was saying like she had like her cyst or something
Ruptured,
and like if I didn't have that own experience in my life I would have been like, bitch, get up. Like you're okay, like get it together. But like I literally, the doctor would not allow me to fly,
dude,
because I had so
gnarly.
much fluid that was just like, I guess chilling in there.
It's
and then
bad.
What's even more crazy was not only do you have fluid inside of you that is like your stomach just looks insane, but then you have to wait for your own body to basically absorb it.
I'm like, just sits there.
What?
You can't do anything to get rid of it. It sucks. My husband, I've had like 4 cyst ruptures since I've been married, and I've only been married for 2.5 years.
Stop.
My husband has had to take me to the ER, and he's like, what is wrong with this girl? Like, she keeps having cysts and stuff like that, and I can't get on birth control because I'm on my antidepressant and birth control.
I can't do birth control either. It makes me like
super
suicidal.
Crazy. Yeah, some people, exactly.
Nuts.
So that was like the only thing that would help me. And so, my husband's like, oh my God. And then every month when I get my period, I'm so distended. I gain 10 pounds of fluid. And my husband literally gets freaked out. He's like, are you pregnant? Like, I look like I'm pregnant. It's so crazy being a girl, isn't it? Ugh,
it's so crazy. I remember, this is so fun. Like, you're making me tell some terrible things.
I love it.
But
keep going.
I remember being like a little, like probably like 15.
Yeah.
And so I have all brothers, right? So like, and I had like super curly hair, like just worst.
Right.
I always
Same. I had super curly hair too. It looked like shit.
Looked like shit. Yeah. I always envied like girls that had like straight hair.
They get out of the shower. They're like, done. Yeah, they just air dries perfectly. Yeah, I hate that.
I
so
literally
jealous.
would be like envious. And I remember like waiting for the shower to heat up, and I would just be like crying because I was like, dude, it's so much easier to be a boy.
So much easier.
Because my brothers just had like shaved heads.
Literally.
And like they would get up and, 2.5 seconds to get ready, and I'm like over here with this curly ass bro. Like
trying to straighten it. It looks like shit.
Totally.
We don't know how to do our hair when
exactly.
we're younger. Yeah,
exactly. Struggle.
Dude, it sucks, dude. Struggle City. Dude, it's been so good having you on here.
Thank you.
Guys, make sure to follow her, Natalie Eva Marie, on Instagram. Go check out her podcast. It's the Natalie Eva Marie Show.
Yes.
And you have a drink company. You have a clothing company. You have so much going on. You're represented by Rain.
Yes,
You're drinking it right now, which is a total
by
body
Monster.
By Monster. Awesome. Tom used to be sponsored by them too. That's awesome. Rain. Awesome. So check that out. Check that drink out. I would probably have a panic attack if I drank that. I'd be like, I can't handle it. Caffeine. But make sure to subscribe and make sure to share Worst First with all your friends. Recommend this podcast. Thank you so much for the support you guys have given us. And we are going to be back next week with some new guests, and stay tuned. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We're out.
Awesome.